Okay guys, I want to talk today about some strip lighting I've rigged up along these platforms on my new 4-post hoist. Each 5 metre strip has 300 LEDs. They're the 5630 type, which are brighter than the 5050s that you may see others sell, and 300 LEDs over the 5 metre tape gives a good level of brightness. I bought two 5 metre lengths, an 8 amp power supply and a remote control. It's just showing as a white streak there, but they're a strip of LED lighting down both sides, and I've attached it to the side of the platform where the groove is that the air over hydraulic jack runs. You can see the channel there. You'll say, well, do they get in the way of the jack? No, they don't. I'll come up to the jack here and you'll see that there's a nice cutout here that misses the LED strip. It can still potentially get knocked by you moving a big transmission. There's the wheel on the jack. I don't know how well you can see the channel that runs in. They're two 5 metre strips because I've got the extra long hoist, 4 tonne, extra high. And for those who know me, I've got a Ford F250 truck that this will lift. Now, so let's get out of that light. This here is a remote control module and it's a Y piece. So each of the two strips are plugged into the Y piece there. One side is directly plugged into the LED and the other side I bought an extension lead to go across to this other one. It was 1.5 metres long, so it does a bit of a loop there and then powers that side. So that's how. Now I've got that taped up into a little groove there. I think this surface hits the ground, so those bits of tape, I've put race tape on those, but underneath that I've put some double-sided tape as well. It's potentially a temporary fix, but we'll see how that stands up. So that white piece is the remote control wireless that gives you all the different flash modes and things. This is only a white light. So the cable then turns here and heads up down through this gland. So these are the 1/2-inch cables, and you can see the pulleys up in those corners, the sheaves they call them, that they run around. But I'm underneath that sheave and out of the way, and I then run down the conduit that's got the hydraulic cable in it and the pneumatic air line in it, and now it's got a 12-volt DC line in it. So let's go, we follow that down. I have moved the hydraulics from the side here. I've made up this bracket using 200 by 200 by 12mm plate, old pallet racking feet, and I've welded into an angle bracket, and I've tapped holes in that and put screws in from the back there. Makes a neat surface there. I have used double-sided tape to tape that 8 amp 12-volt power adapter to that plate. This is the end of a 3-metre extension that goes to that remote control and white Y section that I just showed you, and it loops down under here. There it is there. So it's quite safe. The power for the power adapter, it's a IEC type connector, plugs in the bottom there. I've currently got that just straight down there to a power cord. But while I'm showing you this adaptation where I moved the motor around to the end. So this is the 12mm thick plate. Again, I just tapped holes into it, so I was able to screw bolts through to hold that pump in place. I'll step back so I get it all in the shot. Now, again, I've still got a temporary, I went for the 3-phase motor. I don't know whether that was a good idea, but 3-phase motors will never have capacitor problems and things, and starting issues. So it's nice to have the controls at the end here. That's the pneumatic air button to release the safety latches. That's the raise button and an emergency stop. And this lever here lets the oil escape for lowering it. So you've got, you're not normally using the emergency stop, you're using the lowering, this to lower. You've got to hold that and that to lower, and the green to raise. I've put a mark on here to give a bit of an indication when I've got the truck on the hoist. That's where it's, I've got a level thing on the beam here with an arrow. This is the lowered and locked position. This is a position where the locks release, and if I go up to that height, the truck will crash into the roof. So I usually stop it around here, and when you've got to raise it to that level, then press the pneumatics to let the releases go, and then it'll come down again. When you're raising the truck, you've also got to raise up to that level. You'll hear the latches click into place, and then you take the weight off the cables by pressing that hydraulic release lever and lower it down to this level. Anyway, that's my hoist, my lighting under there. I think I've been able to reproduce similar lighting on the ground as to what I had. It throws light up under the truck and down to the ground. I've got it high enough here, it's about 2 metres clearance underneath here at this level, and it is now bright enough to work under it and to see up under the truck as well. This is the remote control that came with the LED lights. The important ones are the on and off buttons at the top there, but other things of interest may be that you can change the brightness. It's currently on 100%. I'll press 50%. You see how that strip went dull. I think if you're getting too much glare from them when you're working on the truck, you could dim them, and then it can go down to a preset of 25%, or you can make them vary in 10% increments by pressing other buttons there. There's other modes of operation which are like strobes and things. If I had a party out here, maybe I would want that, but I don't think so. It's various modes, speeds, but the main thing you want is off and on. So I'm packing up now, I'll turn it off. This hoist I got from Joel's garage seems like a good thing, so get out to your shed and have some fun.